Good morning, this is Rachel Robinson with your Team Purpose WOD video for September 26th. And I just want to talk really quickly, especially to new distributors, about when it's appropriate and when it's not appropriate to send out the link to your microsite, particularly on Facebook. There's no written or unwritten rule about this that I'm aware of. I just know what has worked for me and my team in the past and what our leadership has asked us to do. And that's really all I want to do is duplicate that. The time you don't want to send out your link, the biggest time is please don't post it all over the public Facebook wall. Don't say, I'm selling Advocare now and post a link to your microsite. That's probably the worst thing you could do. That makes us look like salespeople, and that's going to turn people off to Advocare in general, not just you, but the rest of your team and the rest of Team Advocare as well. Another time you don't want to send out your link, and I have learned from this mistake, is when someone asks you a question like, what is Advocare? Or what are you doing to lose weight? Or, how does this thing work? What you don't want to do is send out your link at that point, because you're letting your potential customer base their decision on some black and white text on their computer screen. No personal stories, no experience, no success system. And 9 times out of 10, if they order, it's not going to be right then, it may be later. If this business was as easy as, hey, I'm going to send you my link and then they're going to buy a 24-day challenge, we wouldn't struggle nearly as much as we do. This business is easy if you use a success system. So if someone asks you, what is Advocare? Here's what you don't want to do. Hang on, I'll send you my link. Because what's going to happen is they might read that info, whatever info it is you send, and say to themselves, oh no, cleanse, I don't think a cleanse is for me. Or, $190, I don't have that right now. They don't get to hear, well, the cleanse is gentle and very uneventful. It's not going to interrupt your life in any way. And they don't get to hear about the income opportunity or the fact that there's discounts available. All they hear is $190. And that would have scared me off. Absolutely, it would have scared me off. But thankfully, my sponsor didn't do that. He didn't just send me the link. Let me tell you what he did for me, and this is what I continue to do for potential customers now. We'd been talking about Advocare for about 2 weeks at that point, and he knew the time was right, that I was going to sign up at least to get a discount. So what he did after we had been talking and I had been introduced to the success system is he sent me the link to become a distributor and said, you know what, when you get that taken care of and filled out, just give me a call back and I can help you order. I'll be waiting. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I better go ahead and get that done. So I fill it out. 10 minutes later, I call him. James walks me through ordering and through building a bundle. And the reason he did that is because if you just click the link for the 24-day challenge, it's not as customizable as if you add everything to the cart separately. You don't get to choose your spark flavors and herbal cleanse flavors and things like that. So he showed me how to pick what flavors I wanted and build my own bundle, which is great because I wound up adding Catalyst and some extra shakes. And this was because he was on the phone with me, walking me through what to do. So I try to do that now as well. And it's gotten to the point I don't even have to be in front of my computer anymore. I know which column and which row every product is located on. So I'm able to really point out to people, I've tried all the spark flavors at this point. They may say, well, what does grape taste like? Does it taste like grapes? They don't know that just by reading your link. So this has worked very well for me. It gives me the opportunity to share with people my experience rather than them looking and saying, I think I like mandarin orange or whatever. This gives me an opportunity that I didn't have if I just sent my link out. And it also kind of decreases the burden of time. If I knew James was waiting for me, so I wasn't going to mess around. I wasn't going to go Google stuff. I was going to be respectful of his time and mine and go ahead and get it taken care of. So I highly recommend that you do that. Take the opportunity to have a personal conversation rather than just sending your link out. And I see a lot of things right now, like I see a lot of people posting about dropping a pumpkin, and that's going to increase once we get closer to New Year's. So you're probably going to have people asking you questions that have maybe never shown interest before. Please don't let them base their decision on your microsite. What if you have a really funky picture, or if you have a typo in your story, on your homepage? That may seem pretty insignificant to you, but you never know what that seems like to a potential customer. Like if there's a misspelling or something like that, which I hope there wouldn't be at this point, but if there was, I'm serious when I say that could really turn someone off. Maybe I'm that person, you don't know. But you're not going to have a typo in sharing your story with someone, and letting them hear your voice. So let that microsite link be the last piece of info you give someone when they're ready to order. There are plenty of documents about the challenge. There's all kinds of ways you can get information to people. Don't hide behind your link. No one makes it to Diamond hiding behind their link or their phone or their computer screen. So if you have any questions at all about this or want to know what in the world this link is that I'm talking about, comment on this video, ask your leader, whatever it is we can do to help, let us help. We know a lot of what doesn't work at this point based on personal experience. So let your leadership help, and hope you guys all have a great day.